We're back!
Oh my
Where
god.
have we been?
We were away, but we're back. Yay! We're back. We
back.
are back. And we are back with, I'm getting right in there. Getting right in. We're back with big news. Big announcement.
It's
It's exciting.
It's amazing. Well,
I mean,
good.
it's-
good.
It's
good.
really good. I mean, I did brace yourself for how long? This never happened. Here we are, the ladies, every week. We got our first sponsor. Marconi's Pizza and put that back. Marconi's Pizza and Pasta Ristorante in
Thank
Bayshore, and he is sponsoring our show. So, thank you, Bobby. So, Guilted Into It is brought to you by Marconi's Pizza and Pasta in Bayshore. So, ordered it. Yes, applause.
And Truth in Advertising, we've been eating there, and it's very good.
Delicious.
So we're not just taking him on as a sponsor. His food, his ambiance, his everything about him. He's
Personality.
a great person. Good
And
place.
to really kick it off, next week we are all going to be there, and we're going to be broadcasting from the restaurant, and we're going to interview Nunzio. We're going to make Otto. Otto's going to be at the table. It's going to be a party. It's going to be a party. So if you live in the Bayshore area and you want to see the show live in person,
True.
you can come to the restaurant and order a great meal, and we will be broadcasting from there. So it's going
Can
to
I
be.
make pizza? Can I be like making pizza?
Yeah, let's get us in the kitchen.
All right. Okay, maybe. I mean,
I want to make pizza. I wanna
maybe.
put it in the oven.
I
I
want to
don't-
make
we-
risotto.
I'm not. We don't have a handheld
Can
camera
I make
to
a risotto?
No, we don't have a handheld camera to follow
on.
everybody around. It's my little webcam and my laptop. So we're gonna kind of be stuck at the table.
I have a video camera.
Amy, you can't even get a voiceover on your commercial, so I don't want you in
That's
charge of
totally
filming the
different.
show.
Well, whatever. It'll be fun.
So that's the big news. I know
Very
some people
exciting.
are probably like, that's the big news. That's the big news. That's a big deal.
news.
Yeah.
Because
It
he
is.
likes the show, he watched it, and it's so cool, and he's so cool, and
Yes. If you really want to feel like you're a touch of Italy, it's really nice. He's got a live camera from Venice on one of the big screens.
Oh, I wonder
and
if we were on it when we were
we
there.
could have
We
been.
could
No,
have
this
been.
is live.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
yeah.
were there. Not now, of course.
This is
absolutely.
live streaming,
Absolutely,
and
yes.
They would have
Cousin
seen-
Mike up close and personal.
Yeah.
Right.
So
They would have
anyway,
seen
it's-
you dressed as one of the people who.
gondolier.
Yes.
Do you know what they make now? I just saw it on the TikTok shop.
What?
You don't even know. I'm so mad.
Who?
What, a gondolier?
No.
What?
It's an umbrella
Oh,
Oh,
that you attach a water bottle to.
And it
It's got
missed
a
you.
fan in the top.
that's what you
and
need.
it shoots water at you like a mister
well,
constantly
they
under
finally
your
did
umbrella.
something.
Why?
Who needed that in Italy?
That's
Oh,
like
you
a-
did.
More than me.
I thought you were going down a couple
Oh,
of times.
Right?
What is it called?
Yeah,
It's
you-
a reverse umbrella.
Isn't it the best thing you've ever heard of in your
Why
life?
don't you just buy it and have
You
it?
should buy it. You're always
Because you're
hot.
always hot.
But we
I
should
could have
post the
used
picture
that.
of her in
We should have
Venice
the
when
prison
she
mic
had
prison
the
mic.
marker
Well,
on
you
her
know,
head.
next
I do
week
have the
I'll
prison
bring
mic
up some
photo, yes.
Italy pictures
Yeah.
because we'll be
Oh,
in the
yeah,
mood.
that'd
And
be
and
good.
Nunzio is great. He walks around. He speaks to all of his customers. He sits with you. He talks. He's very friendly, very nice guy. Great businessman. So we'll be there next week. And if you want to come see us live, it's in Bayshore, Marconi's Pizza and Pasta.
Yeah, please come. Don't let us sit there by ourselves.
We're
That's
not.
rude.
We're not going to be by ourselves. He's got plenty of customers.
Yeah.
So many. We'll
So-
be lucky to get a table.
All right, I did a lot of talking, but I do have one more thing to share.
Okay.
It's happening. I'm getting old.
Oh god.
Happens to
I
the
had
best
my
of us.
tooth extracted.
Wait, you had it extracted already?
I called for a consultation, and I go in, and she's like looking at the x-ray. They did a whole, really cool, you bite on this thing, and they put this thing here, and you hold on, and this whole thing goes around your head,
Oh,
and
yeah,
it
that's
x-rays
yeah,
your whole head.
rotating.
Right.
I had braces
X-ray.
for 9 years.
Yeah.
So she's like, yep, that needs to come out. We can do it today. And I was like, today? I wasn't prepared.
Oh my god, what a loss.
Because she's like, well, can you do it? And I said, well, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I just ate lunch and I had some wine. She
Some
goes,
wine, a
she
I
bottle.
goes,
feel like that will only help.
she goes, well, are you impaired? I'm like, no. But
You're always impaired.
Well, she almost forgot the appointment.
I did almost forget the
I said
appointment.
to her, "You going home?" She said, "Yeah, I'm going home."
Going
I said,
home.
I thought you had an appointment
I was like,
today."
ah!
"All
But no, but I
right."
said, no, I'm fine.
Yeah.
I just had a couple of lessons. But I said, can I get Sweet Air? She's like, yeah. I said, and Novocaine, right? She's like, yeah, of course. That Sweet Air is a game changer.
It's good stuff.
I've never gotten that. I've
I
never
never
been
got
offered
it
that.
either.
It
Good
is
stuff.
You know
I
what they
didn't
should
know.
do?
Right.
Instead of pumping oxygen through a CPAP mask, they should be pumping Sweet Air through a CPAP mask.
Let me tell you,
Nobody would snore.
the third time I went for my tech neck shot, I was already like, I knew what to expect. I wasn't really like nervous anymore, but I was like, I'll take the Sweet Air.
I never had it.
I
Oh,
want
yeah.
They
it.
got you face down. I got that thing in my mouth, which you know what's weird about Sweet
Oh, I
Air?
had a
Tell
little
me
thing
if you,
over my nose.
but tell me if you feel.
Are you on it now?
I wish. I was face down, right? So
Uh-huh.
normally when you go to the dentist, they put that nose thing
Right,
across
yeah.
you, right? So that's fine. But I was face down and I had to hold it in my teeth and breathe. And I'm laying there and I'm going, why ain't I letting this go? Why am I holding on
She's
to
holding
it?
on to it like
I'm
grim
so
death.
relaxed,
Mhm.
right? I could just, feel like I'm floating, but yet I'm still there enough to know, don't let go of the mouthpiece. Did you feel like that? Like you kind of knew things were going on?
Oh yeah, you knew things were going on, and I'm
you
like,
knew not to be like weird.
yes, yes,
Be very
but
conscious
not
about
to
not being
cry.
not
weird.
being weird.
Yeah.
But
cry?
I didn't cry.
I've never
but
gotten Sweet Air.
but
No,
I
with-
did.
with Novic. With
Are you conducting
anything.
your own
Yes,
your own
anesthesia.
interview
Me
here?
too.
Oh,
Yeah,
Me
because
too.
the board
All
never
right,
got
just
Sweet Air.
jump in whenever.
But I
Bridget,
want.
I want to sit next to you
Yeah.
next week because I
I
can't
don't
hear
want to
what
sit
you're
next
saying.
to this toothless Larry.
Well,
Let me
wait,
see it. Open
wait,
your
wait,
mouth.
wait. 1 second. So, I knew to be. I was aware of what was going on, but she's in there. I mean, there were more hands in my mouth
Of course,
than
they're pulling a tooth out. You're an
and
adult.
It's horrifying.
And they pull the tooth out, everything, and
Oh,
she's
God,
like,
did you hear crap?
no, yeah, a little bit.
I
And I'm
hate
laying
the
there,
dentist.
and I go,
Pop.
wow. I go, that one really gave you a run for your money, huh? She was like, yeah, it did. But then they were like, well, we can put bone in there, so if you want to get an implant, and it's all the way in the back. And the bone was a lot of money, so I said, nope, I'm going to take my chances.
See,
That's
you
how it
still had your
starts.
wits about you, right?
I did.
Probably part of you wanted to be like,
Yeah,
do
put
it.
some bone in my cheeks.
But there was that part going, you got
And
to do the right thing.
wait a minute, and I found out from the dentist and then the oral surgeon, I have a small mouth, contrary to popular belief.
Shocking.
I have a very muscular and strong jaw.
That I believe.
And she's like, wow, you have a strong tongue, because she kept trying to hold it out of the way. And I was like, it's coming back.
It's going to waste. It's going to
It's
waste.
going to waste.
Your fine motor muscles, your small muscles are very strong. Your hands could kill a person.
It's true.
You have hard bones.
Lethal weapon.
Like the old
that hurt me.
fashioned X-Men, he had bones coming out.
That's
right?
what I would be.
Not X-Men.
She just touched me
sorry,
lightly
honey.
with her knuckle and my arm
Yeah,
hurts.
Wolverine.
I
Bones
could-
came out, and then it turned to blades.
I like that.
I'm
Same
pretty
thing.
sure.
Yeah.
I think I could
Now, did they give you the tooth so you could put it under your pillow this evening?
do. No, they did not.
Who does that?
It
It
Okay.
looked
anymore?
on the pic because they took a picture of it in the dentist's office, and it looked like a kernel of corn.
Yeah.
Open your mouth.
Did you get roots with it?
What are we doing?
Where did it go?
Look, she can't get her tongue
Oh
out.
my!
It's unruly.
all
Oh,
the way
it's
back
freaking
there.
me out. Oh, that's freaking me
Yeah.
out.
Did it have big roots? Like
How are you
I
going to
don't
eat
know,
a
Mom.
not
steak?
roots, yeah.
On this side.
Doesn't it look like a wishbone when it comes out? It's got like two prongs.
I didn't see it.
said it
Usually
looks
they
like a
lay
raw
it right
corn.
next
I
to you.
too
Mom, I
had
was
a
on
tooth
Sweet Air.
extracted with the Sweet Air because I was, he wanted to do it, and I was like, not doing that with just Novocaine. What are you, nuts? And he goes, it'll be fine, really. And he goes, I'll give you a little Sweet Air, and he goes, you won't even know. And I remember laying there, and he's yanking away, and he stopped for a minute, and I go, bro, you're right. I would have never let you do this without the Sweet Air. I go, right now, I really don't care. I'm really all right with it.
I hate the dentist.
who loves a dentist?
when I got my wisdom teeth out, this guy had the worst
Wait a minute.
bedside manner I've ever
Really?
witnessed in my
Oh,
life.
I had one of
because
them.
you go before and they show you the X-rays, and there are obviously things they have to tell you, just precautions before, and they're like, oh, like, this is what he said to me. He's like, your tooth is close to the nerve, so it's a possibility that maybe you could lose feeling in the entire bottom of your jaw. I said, well, is that gonna happen? He said, could it happen? Yes. Do I think it's gonna happen? No. But is it a possibility? Absolutely. He had a question and answer
Were
with
you
himself.
upset? You must have been very upset.
I was very upset because
you?
here I thought I was going in and I was prepared to never feel the bottom of my mouth
I can
again.
understand you being upset like that.
You know what's-
really showing upsetment.
You know, Bobby, can we play that, please? Say hi to Allie. I don't know why you're crying. You did great. I know. It's okay. You,
I was
you were
emotional.
upset.
I was under anesthesia.
Yes,
I was
you were
drugged.
under the knife.
And when I woke up, the nurse was very kind. But you know what
yes,
they do?
no, but when you do the single,
the single tear wipe was not
you were
effective.
like this.
You know what I thought was ridiculous? Because I remember this vividly. You're sitting in the chair and you basically wake up and they're like, "Get out!"
Yes.
And I'm like ping-ponging down the hallway, and they basically
like, "You
throw
good?"
me. Yeah.
Yeah.
They had her drive her car up to a side door,
like it was a takeout window.
right. And they opened the door and they basically pushed me out, and I was all disoriented. I was crying. I was emotional.
What kind of a mother takes a video of a daughter who's definitely in distress,
I was in
and
distress.
enjoys it and passes it around for
and plays it on a podcast.
what?
I feel like
What
you
kind
should
of a mother
shush.
shares a video of her daughter falling down the stairs and laughs about it each and every time I bring it up?
That's true.
So where do you think I get this from?
True.
Well, at least you were released to the care of your mother, who I know she took very good care of you.
Uh-oh, here it comes.
I, however, had all 4 of my wisdom teeth out at one time
As did I.
while in the care of my husband.
Oh, yeah.
I can-
And
okay.
He overdrugged you.
Well, he was trying to take care of me, I think.
I don't
Either that
know.
or he was trying to kill me.
Jury's out.
They give you back then they give you Oxy, right? And
I got Oxy too.
he was waking me up every 4 hours and supplying me full of Oxy. And then like when I came to,
It's a miracle you don't have an opioid
I was
addiction.
eating and I was like, what everyone's problem is, I feel fine. You know, I'm eating no problem. And then he gave me more Oxy and I went back to sleep and I woke up and it was Tuesday. And I had my teeth out on Friday. And I don't know what happened Saturday, Sunday, or Monday. And then when I finally, came to, I looked at the bottle and I went, bro, it was every 3 hours as needed. He goes, oh. He goes, I gave it to you every 3 hours. I go, I can't believe I'm alive still. How did
really,
you not
right?
overdose me for crying
Right.
out
It
loud?
happens.
Well, you know who was there to pick me up with my wisdom teeth? Richie,
Oh,
a stepfather.
Oh, what a kind thing.
well, I feel like that,
I don't think he had a choice.
I'm pretty sure Rob went out. And he was like, all right, I got 3 hours.
Oh, he definitely.
I think he went out.
He came back. He plied you with
Probably.
more.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, he might have
He
forgotten.
went on a bender that weekend.
He
You
probably
Because
wouldn't
I
have even
think-
known.
I think I came over at some point and you were alone. I remember
passed
you were on
out
the couch.
in a codeine haze.
Yeah,
Wow.
I think so.
Unbelievable.
See, my man would never do that to me.
Never.
Never.
Mm-mm.
Look,
Although, if it kept you quiet for 3 hours, he might.
now you just gave him an idea. He knows where I keep the pills,
Oh, all right.
right?
Yeah. So that's my
Take it myself.
that's my woe. I have to be on a soft diet
Oh God.
for 5 days.
That doesn't mean just wine.
When it's soft.
What are you gonna eat?
I had
Eggs?
scrambled eggs this morning,
You had
and then
pizza
I had
tonight.
pizza tonight because that was the only. But I chewed on this side.
Whatever.
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 I know.
You're gonna be toothless at this point.
What? One tooth.
Doesn't matter.
One tooth.
Doesn't matter. The front ones are next. Those little side front ones. Those are the next ones to go.
Listen, you better hope you don't have your father's teeth because that's a hot mess in that mouth.
I had braces for years and years. I have his teeth.
Yeah. Well, good luck keeping them. Or
Listen.
good luck not having your center of your tooth over here on the side of your face.
What an
You know,
attractive person that
Right.
is.
Tom Cruise has that actually.
Oh, really?
Well, Tom
does.
Cruise also has millions of dollars, so
Well,
I might
but he
find
didn't
it
fix
more attractive if
Well, I don't think you had to take that out on me just because
So,
you
Bridget-
have less teeth than you're supposed to. Yes.
Not to change the subject, but I'm changing the subject.
Okay, great.
How is the world's busiest bridesmaid?
I am.
Where'd you
She's
go this
tired.
weekend?
I was in New Hampshire and in the sticks.
Oh,
Very
boy.
north. Took me a very long time to get there and even longer to get back.
Wow.
I was in New Hampshire. It was lovely, lovely cabin. Nice.
scenery.
Yes, the
Yes,
scenery was
yes.
nice.
Yes.
It was an enjoyable time.
You talk to the little squirrels and chipmunks
Yes,
and all that
I
nature
got
stuff.
one with nature. We saw a bear at a restaurant.
Wait a minute, you saw a
Yes.
bear or somebody who was bear?
You know, it was a bear, a
In a
full-on black
restaurant.
bear. It
In a
was
re-
not in the restaurant. It was.
Oh, I
It was
gonna
by the.
say.
It was standing atop the dumpster.
Oh my gosh.
It was yes.
Really?
It was alarming. Yeah.
Yeah, can you
And
imagine?
then it pulled a bag of garbage out of the dumpster.
He was hungry. He
Yeah,
was
looking-
shopping.
Yeah,
he was doing his weekly
they have
shopping.
alarming dexterity, bears.
Yeah.
They don't tell you that.
Yeah, really.
But I did see a bear. Yes, it was very.
Ooh, black bear.
Wait a minute,
Yeah.
what do you mean they have alarming dexterity?
Well, he just got the bag out pretty easily.
He's got hands.
He's got gigantic
Got
mitts.
posable thumbs.
I didn't get close
No,
enough to
I
know.
think they have like salad tosses. You know, like the tosses for salad.
I think you're right. They're like,
Yeah.
they get you.
He did.
They
You
get
know
you
what?
like this.
Judy. Judy.
He did have a bowl of romaine in front of him that he was tossing. No, yeah, it was very interesting.
Well, you know that whole thing on TikTok. So, would you choose the man or the bear?
What?
You've never seen that,
No.
have you?
I remember it being somewhat
They
silly.
would choose a bear.
It was silly, but
Yeah,
but
it's
men were
stupid.
getting very upset because all women were going.
Wasn't that
If you were in alone and there was a man and a bear, who would you choose? And all the
Oh.
women were like the bear, and men were like, well, why? And then they would bring
I
tons
wouldn't
of
choose a
examples of
bear.
why.
Mm.
Because with a bear, you know what's going to happen to you. Was the thinking?
Interesting.
Yeah.
You
You're
get
going
mauled?
to get mauled. That's
Oh.
Yeah,
right.
but you
I
know
don't
it's gonna
that I would
happen.
choose that.
Well,
yeah, but
not unless you play dead.
Not
that's right.
actually. You should choose the bear because I think those little hands could knock him out.
I think they could.
Truly.
those little paws.
It would stun him nonetheless.
And get him right in the nose.
Yep.
Right with this.
So
with this
tell us
knuckle.
about your vacation in Mexico.
Oh yes.
Anything
Oh,
new and exciting
come
down
on.
there? When I was there were military men standing on the rooftops with guns.
Well, they have.
Where
They still
were you?
have the military walking the
No,
state
yes,
on their
seriously.
cars and keeping. It was
Yeah.
very.
Did you see it? A woman was just
Elected president in Mexico.
and she's Jewish besides.
Yes, Claudia
I
Scheinbaum.
know, but is she a native Mexican?
She
or
could
is
be.
I don't know. They didn't say. I mean, I didn't see her profile.
I think if you're
or
president,
anything.
you have to be a native.
I mean,
no?
ironically, maybe her Jewish parents emigrated to
well,
Mexico.
I would say that's probably the situation. I don't think. I
Yeah.
don't think her first name Claudia is not necessarily Mexican,
be.
and neither is her last
Well, it
name.
could be Claudia.
Yeah, but I'm sure her parents probably, like you said,
Yeah. You're sure? Don't make up fake facts. You're not sure. You're
Oh,
just
I'm not
speculating.
sure, as I've just been told. I am assuming.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming
Yes.
that
Okay.
her parents migrated there. She was raised there, and now she's the El Presidente.
First woman president in
So
Mexico.
there.
So that's cool.
Fantastic.
The
But-
world is finally getting the message.
Yes. But it was a great trip. Thank you for asking and then going on a tangent about their president. But
I'm making conversation.
I know you are. I'm teasing you.
Yourself.
it was the best part of I'll give you the three highlights.
Oh, okay.
All right. Rooftop pool. One of those infinity pools, just water keeps just going over the side, right?
Nice. Very
And you're
nice.
sitting on the chair And they come and they place
Oh.
the towels on the chair for you. And they bring you a menu, a drink menu, a food menu. They put your umbrella up. And then a woman or a man comes by and goes, would you like a complimentary 5-minute foot or back massage?
It's my
Did you
dream.
have both?
I had both. One day I had the foot, one day I had the back. Because we went up to the rooftop twice.
I got
Nice.
bug bites in New Hampshire.
I'm sorry for you.
Oh.
I did get a little sunburn, but
I sweat my ass off putting up a tent in the hot sun.
all right.
Oh, I
Really?
went to Jake's over the weekend.
Oh.
Jake's
Yeah, I
58?
went to Jake's.
You lost your
My
shirt.
shirt. And even though we ate dinner there, the restaurant is very reasonable, but when you add up what it cost in the restaurant and what you lost, it was quite expensive, that meal.
Yeah, well. Yeah,
But it was a change of pace. It was fun. We went with the friends, and it was something to do.
I went to a restaurant in New Hampshire, and the prices of it must have been stuck in 1950. I don't know. Everything
Really?
was so cheap.
Really?
Yes, I
Wow.
got eggs Benedict, and it was like $9,
Wow.
which
Well,
is crazy.
You're not in New York,
No,
that's for sure.
it was unbelievable. My friend got steak and eggs, $14.
Well, eggs Benedict,
Incredible prices.
even in a diner, is about $13, $14.
Incredible prices over at Peaches in North Concord, New Hampshire.
If you're in the
If you're
area.
in the area,
If you
7
happen to
hours
be
from
there,
here.
You know-
it's worth the trip for the eggs Benedict.
You know
It
what's
is. It
weird?
was good, and there was a dog walking around. There was a
I like
resident
that.
dog. Although when you go into the actual restaurant and you go to the bathroom, there is a fully set up altar with an open Bible. So that's something to think about.
It's interesting. In the
You could
bathroom?
perform a full mass
Hence
if you'd
the
like.
eggs Benedict.
Yes.
Like
yeah.
Pope.
And it was actually insane because our waiter was very bizarre. He had no filter in his body, and he took our order, and then the food came out 12 seconds later. I'm not even kidding you.
Really?
And it all came out. I'm like,
Was the
why was that
restaurant
so quick?
crowded?
No.
Oh.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah,
Crowded
okay.
enough. It shouldn't have come out that quick. It was
Yeah.
insane.
They were waiting for you.
And then he comes back to it. He was like, all right, who got the eggs Benedict? I'm like, we just spoke about this not 30 seconds ago. Do you have amnesia? And he asked, it was a novel. And then this one guy got an omelet with artichoke or whatever. And he puts it down and he goes, that might be the artichoke omelet. I'd take a look before I eat it. And we were like, what do you mean?
Wow, he's really bad at his job, huh?
Yes.
He got
really.
all the things mixed up. He
Yeah,
didn't know
he
what
was
table
insane.
he was at or anything.
So the real icing on the cake is the bachelorette party I was at. There's 2 brides. So we're at the thing. He's like, oh, what are you guys here for? Whatever, bachelorette party. And he goes, oh, you're the bride. And they're like, oh, yeah, they both are, whatever. And he goes, oh, 2 brides. He goes, that's normal. We're like, oh. He goes, no,
Where
it's
have
not.
you been?
It's not normal. And then he was like really walking it
This
back.
is
And
2024.
Yeah, but
I
it was
want to
so
know
funny.
though, why was it held up there? Why?
that's just where they wanted it. They're getting married in New Hampshire as well.
Oh.
Not that far up, thank God, but yeah.
They must just like the state.
Yes,
They like the country.
wilderness.
They
I
like
guess
New
so.
England. New
Yes.
England.
I guess so.
Yeah.
That's what
So
it
it was
is.
very funny.
Well, with you having cheap meals, imagine how my heart stopped when I got the bill for dinner the first night. So we all took
God.
turns putting it on our credit card.
Oh.
And it was
Ah,
I was like $5,500, and they're like, no, 5,500 pesos.
But how much
Oh.
does that translate into?
Isn't it like 500 something
it,
dollars?
it was
Am I
like
wrong?
no, it was like 7.
Huh?
It was less than that. I'm sorry. Everybody gave me 50. So, I don't know. It's like $400, $500, something like that. $400 because the peso is
You got it.
you get 17 pesos to the dollar.
That's it. Oh.
Oh god, I can't do that
Ah.
sort of
But the
math
restaurants
right now.
give you but what I found out, if you go into Mexico, you put it on your credit card in pesos, and then your bank figures it out in US dollars. And so if it's $6.99 in pesos, like if it's $699 American in Mexico, it's $640
It's too
when you
bad
get your bill.
Wow.
Too
What a
bad you
bargain.
didn't get your tooth done there. You could have afforded the bone.
Probably.
Isn't it funny though? You'll pay $700 for dinner, but
I would.
not,
But not
for
for-
a tooth.
Right.
Not for bone,
Oh,
for
yeah.
a potential
but for
tooth.
refried
Yeah.
beans.
But honestly, if this was a tooth that you could see that it was missing,
But, wait a minute.
I would do it. But it's all the way
this
in
is
the back.
but
Hold
this is
on,
a slippery
wait.
slope when you start categorizing the importance of your teeth by order on which
well,
they appear.
come on. You know what order
Well,
that
come
is.
on.
But wait a minute. Let me first say what I'm going to say. When you have a bone graft, as I had, they first have to check and oh, well, you did have X-rays, huh? You mean to tell me you don't have enough bone for a
I think they just stick a little extra bone in where there is none.
what a boner that
I
is.
don't know. I was like, no bone for me, thanks.
Yeah, but you
I'm
know,
good.
usually you know you should have.
I have plenty
you
of
have the-
bone.
What did you do here? Did you hurt
Oh,
yourself
when I was
moving?
moving stuff.
Oh, she's moving.
All
if
by
there's anybody
myself.
out there who wants to help a cute little hot number move her
Cute
stuff.
toothless number.
She doesn't have too many teeth
cruel.
to get in the way.
No.
That's cruel.
No, listen.
And apparently she's got a strong jaw and a really funky tongue.
Strong
So
jaw and
muscular,
very
you
strong
muscular
tongue.
jaw,
And very strong
tongue.
hands. Very
Man's
strong.
dream.
Strong hands. So
dream
if-
come
Yeah,
true.
that's
but you
part,
got to be
yeah,
careful
the-
because if things go sideways, those hands could do some damage.
well,
That's right.
That's
hurt you.
true. But anyway.
You know?
Have mercy.
Yeah, so I've
See,
I've
now-
been moving stuff in for 3 days, bringing boxes over, emptying boxes, bringing boxes back, bringing more
I
stuff
know she's
over.
been very, very busy.
I don't know that we
The
need
nature
a
of
description
moving.
of what
Right.
moving was.
No,
And I
I
don't-
took
no, but I'm
my
saying
stuff from my house and I brought it to the new place I'm living.
what I
I
meant
put
is I
everything in the car and I packed it up and then I brought it over and I unpacked it and then I took those boxes back to repack them
And then I went home and the things that I took are no longer there.
because I packed them.
and then I
moved
went
them.
to your house and I took some stuff from there.
What'd you take
I
from
took
my
stuff
house?
out of Sarah's room.
Good.
You're next. She's going to
Yeah.
ransack the house and
Nah.
sell it
I
at a
know.
garage sale.
I
No.
know.
Nope, I don't. But I took Lola today, right?
Did you see the picture of Lola? Oh, yes, you
So I
did.
took Lola because this is going to be a transition for Lola
Oh,
from
too bad you didn't
A
give Bobby
yard.
the picture. It would have been cute.
yeah,
Yeah.
from a yard to an apartment where she has to be walked, and there's only
It's my worst nightmare.
a little balcony, right? So I'm like, let me bring her, let her get used to it. I can keep my eye on her, bring her out on the deck. I took her for a walk. Well, she's a champ. She peed and she pooped before we even got to the apartment. So
I
that
think
was
she's
good.
lulling you into a false
right?
sense of
That will
security.
never happen
Absolutely.
again.
Because I had to throw her into the grass when she stayed with me the other day.
No, she always does that
Wouldn't
when
go
I
outside.
walk her. But we're leaving, and I go downstairs and I'm putting my sneakers on,
Oh.
and I go to open the door and I notice there's like some dirt by the I don't know what it is, and then I see some spiders and I'm like, ooh, is there like an opening where like spiders? And I'm not thinking, and I open the door to look, and I hear, "Arr," and she runs behind me, and I hear this old lady go, ooh, and I went, oh my god! And
She already attacked an old lady?
she didn't attack, she just growled, but I was like, I'm sorry.
She's going to get evicted.
You're gonna get thrown
I'm
out.
gonna get thrown out. It's gonna happen. Absolutely.
Lola's
So
getting
I'm gonna have to bring
thrown-
these ladies
What's
cheese
worse-
danishes.
And
You're
not
gonna get
because of the
Lola.
dog.
No.
She'll
You're
get
gonna be
thrown
Lola.
out
It's
because of
coming.
her and her friends.
I'm making a
No.
prediction now. Bridget's getting
No.
Lola'd.
No, I
It's
reject
gonna be
that. Too
she
many.
can't
Little
stay
baby
here.
dog.
I love her so much, but
You're getting
Yeah.
Lola'd.
nope.
Yep.
Ah.
If I'm
And-
getting Lola,
well, then you know what
she's
that
moving into my
means.
house and I'm moving into the
Do
55
you know?
and over.
Do you know what that means? She'll have to euthanize Lola.
She's
I
not going
wouldn't
to euthanize
go to that
her.
extreme.
Well, they do that to criminals who have, convicted a crime.
Lola's not a criminal.
Well, yet.
Not yet, but
That's
But
true.
She's got like a
She's
meat
teetering.
market
well, but no,
over
but
there.
see, here's what I was thinking of doing, because there's the apartment across from me, and then there's 2 down here. I was gonna go to Stanley's. I was
You're
gonna
bribe them
buy
with
some
baked goods.
baked goods, and I was gonna introduce myself and say, now, ladies,
Should be the other way around.
if you ever need any help,
Are you insane? They're going to be knocking on your door at all hours.
they're
of
that's
the
not.
day.
fine, because then when they
No.
get pissy about my dog, I'll be like, hey, didn't I come and pick you up off the floor?
But maybe they're good contacts to have because they probably will have some extra Fixodent when you need to secure your dentures.
You are so
one day.
bad, and I know I won't be
I'm
around
just saying.
when you're in your old age, but just remember these words.
I'm just saying
remember.
it's good to have elderly friends in the
Esther,
situation she's
Do
in.
you have any Fixodent left?
Esther, my
My
molar's
back
acting
molar
up.
came out again.
No, I didn't pay for the bone.
Stop it. This is a serious thing.
No, it's not.
It is.
Yeah,
it's
it's not.
very serious.
Listen,
When you get elderly.
do I
Walking
have to
around
start-
with a tooth that's just cemented in
Wait.
place because I won't go get it done until it fucking falls out again.
Ooh, do I have to start buying Aquanet? Is that what's next?
What is that?
You're gonna
That's
start.
the old lady hairspray, so
you've
you get like the
already-
helmet, so it never
Yeah.
moves.
You're already how many days without washing your hair?
Friday.
Okay.
I washed it.
So now that's that's the once a week hairdo.
the once
you
a week
go,
hairdo.
They blow it out once
Yeah,
a week,
see,
and by
it's
the end of the
happening.
week, it's clear you've been sleeping on it.
That's
clear.
true. Very true.
Yeah.
I know.
You know, I mean,
Oh.
there's only so much Aquanet
mean,
can do.
I know there's just so much fodder with me living in a 55 and over.
But
and
there's not all old people there.
there's a lot of old people.
No, there
Mom.
isn't. You haven't seen them. I've seen
Mom,
them.
you're an old person.
We see one every day.
Every day.
In the
Like,
mirror,
they all look
when
like
I,
me.
when I look in the mirror, I see one.
They're all my age.
And you're old.
They're not all my age. I
No,
can tell you that,
Some are
honestly.
much older.
They're not as spry as you.
You are very
No,
spunky.
that's true. I was in
A lot of them have
I was
those
in my-
walkers that you push with the brakes.
Yeah, well, I was in my doctor's office the other day, my oncology. Did I say it right?
Yes.
Yeah. And I
She
was
doesn't
sitting-
have cancer.
but I hold it over them anyway. And I
That's
was
what your
sitting
loved
next,
ones do for you.
I was sitting next
Guilt.
to an elderly woman.
Mm-hmm.
She gave me a rundown of all her cancers.
Of course.
That's why I mentioned oncology. And, she asked me my age, and I told her, you look good. And I told her I had a boyfriend, and she was like jealous. And then she got up with her walker and went in to see
Toddled
the
off.
doctor.
Walked
she had
away
been
with
very
all of her
thick, very
cancer.
thick- what?
I was.
She walked away with all of her cancer. But did she have her teeth?
Single, full of
I
cancer.
think she did.
And on the prowl.
That's terrible.
I saw-
That is so bad.
No,
I
don't
was
like
at
that.
Yeah,
the doctor
you are
from
in the
a Technic.
healthcare industry.
I am.
What kind of a healthcare person
And I
are
think
you?
it got me out of a ticket the other day.
Oh,
let me
yes,
tell
please
you.
tell the
Oh.
story.
Because
I
and then we'll
take-
hear you
all
talk
right,
about
go
it.
ahead.
I take Ocean Parkway to work every day.
Mm.
And typically in the colder months, there's no one out there. And now it's beach season, so the state troopers are out. And I didn't know that. So I blasted by one the other day.
Oh, did you?
And I was like, oh, and I saw him pull out right behind me, and I was like, that's for me. And he pulled me over. And I was, of course, charming as ever. I had my scrubs on, and he
course.
walked up to the car. I was like, good morning. And he was like, good morning, 77 in a 55. And I was like, I'm so sorry. He's like, you're lucky I didn't get you over there where the speed limit's lower. I was like, I'm very lucky. I was like, thank you. I'm sorry. Whatever. So he took my license and he goes, all right, let's see the PVA cards because typically they don't care about that. Mine was from 2021. And he goes, what, do you not talk to your dad anymore? And I was like, no. I was like, he's retired. And then he saw my scrubs. He's like, what do you do for a living? I said, I'm a cardiothoracic surgeon. And
You did not.
no, I didn't. I told him what I
You
actually
should
did.
have.
Right. And then he told me to slow down and he let me go.
A
I got
trooper.
A nice state trooper.
Wow.
So shout out to him
Yes.
for
They're on
being
Men
very
in
nice.
Blue
You
should
or
have kept
whatever
the.
they.
You should have said you were cardiovascular.
Cardiothoracic.
Cardiothoracic surgeon.
Don't
And
you
right
ever try
now,
to use that.
Someone's dying because you're holding me up.
Right.
But I won't hold
I'm
it
late
against you if
for
you
a
don't write me a
quadruple
ticket.
bypass, but please.
Well, you could have stretched it a little bit less and said you were PA for a cardiovascular surgeon. who's waiting,
Thoracic.
who's waiting for me in surgery right
He's
now.
in the OR.
She
And
had-
I'm here on Ocean Parkway.
Listen, they looked at this little adorable face in her scrubs,
Look at
and
her.
they
It's
just
very
said,
charming. And you know what? Being an occupational therapist did it. I got away scot free.
Yeah, you did. I
All right,
got
he's
away
watching.
scot-free
I know.
twice.
Well, I almost did blast by him again the next day, which would have been a real mistake. because he probably would have given me a ticket that time.
I'm still an occupational
Yeah,
therapist.
you need to slow down.
I know.
Did I tell you I graduated
no.
yesterday and I'm a cardiothoracic
She
surgeon?
needs to get up earlier and
I
get
get up
herself
very early.
in the bathroom and ready to go.
I'm ready every single
Instead
day
of playing
on time, and I
Wordle-
Wait a
leave
minute,
at
hold on.
9 a.m.
And what time do you have to be at work?
9:45.
And that's not
Ish.
enough time to get to Rockville
It's
Center.
plenty of time.
No,
I
it's
don't
not.
always get there at 9:45, but I get there before 10, which is all that matters.
Well, listen, I think our wine glasses are low, and this is a
Yeah.
good time for the last time you're going to see this crummy commercial that everybody's
Oh,
complained
no.
about. Yes.
We're moving
We're
up
going to
in the
hear
world.
from Intense Events.
glamping,
Because
and
next
picnics.
week we're going to hear from who?
Marconi's Pizza and Pasta.
On the corner of Fifth Avenue
Intense
and
Events
Howells.
is out.
But no, Intense Events just needs a better commercial. Here
Which
they
one?
are. Tired of the same old birthday party? Looking for new ideas? Then look no further. Let Intense Events supply you with everything you need for a successful sleepover party, indoors or outdoors. You can choose from one of our many themes, or we can create any party theme you want. We set it up, we pick it up. All you do is enjoy. We also do indoor or outdoor picnics, complete with decor, seating, and more. The picnic setup is ideal for bridal party gatherings, wine and cheese nights, or a wedding proposal, or even an elegant lunch. We offer many services for all of your party needs, and you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, or you can email us at ourintenseevents.com or call 631-709-2660. And that's the last time you'll see
Very
that
bad.
commercial.
For a while.
No, you'll see. We'll have two commercials now,
Because
but
Intense Events is going out of business.
no, they're not.
No.
Yeah, we're going to work on a better commercial because the people who are listening on a podcast can't see it, so it can't just be pictures.
That's
apparently.
that's true
Oh,
though.
yes, it sounds
Raise
good.
your hand if you're listening on a podcast.
There are people
You
who
won't be able to
listen.
see them.
You know who listens?
Who?
My daughter Sarah.
Oh,
Does she?
But she knows what
Hello,
intense
Sarah.
events are, so it doesn't
She
really
does,
Hate
but-
matter.
you, hate you.
You never know who's listening, and if they just hear music, they're gonna be like, "What's that for?"
It's
But if they
fun. You
hear,
gotta see what's going on. Why would you just?
Well, I listen to podcasts all the time on my drives to work.
and
do
if they
too.
just played music on an ad,
I skip the ads if I'm being completely honest.
Oh, there's my point being made.
Yep. Sorry.
All this fuss.
If I heard Intense Events, I'm
for-
skipping
for
until I
ad
hear our
skippers.
voices again.
fine, put whatever you want. I've lost all control.
Yep.
I've lost
Well-
all control.
Well,
Didn't you
so-
have an old person story?
I
What's
did,
your
but
old
I feel
person
like it's
story?
weird
Technic-
now. But
Well, I will
I'll
bring
tell
up,
it.
I'll tell you, I'll ask you something.
well, hold on a minute. Now I want to tell my story.
Okay.
Hang
I
on
was going to
there.
have you tell another story, but
All right, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I don't even know how to parlor. I mean, I don't even know how to
All right.
transition
Is it?
into
Let me
it.
ask you this: is the story good enough for all this build-up now?
I don't know. I mean, I thought it was funny, but
All right. Well, say
when
it.
did it
We'll
happen?
see.
when I was at the doctor from a Technic, I was going
Oh.
to get the
Could
shot.
Could
the
you
pain
tell
shot.
people what Technic is
Yeah,
for those
really.
who
Everyone
don't
knows
know?
what Technic is.
Well, not everybody.
knows.
I
I
don't
got
know.
a crick in my neck, and I was going to get a shot of
It's too much on
painkiller
the
for it. So I was at a pain management place, right? Listen to me. You're at a pain management place. That is a place where you're going, where they're going to potentially make you feel so much better than you're feeling, right?
Potentially.
Their goal is to get rid of your pain.
Mhm.
Right.
I
Worked
would
for
think
me.
you want to be nice to those people,
They're going to stick a
Right.
needle in your
right?
neck, yeah.
But just because, I mean, they're doing you a major service here.
Yeah,
They
right.
are getting, and they did. My
Look at you moving your
my
neck around.
neck feels
Range of motion.
knock wood. I'm knocking because I need good luck. But so I'm sitting there now waiting to be called in. Cannot wait to go in and get it. And this elderly woman comes out with her walker with the
With the brakes.
It's called a rolling.
and she was
The
making her
deluxe
appointment
model.
and she wanted Tuesday at 9 a.m. And the woman said, we don't do procedures on Tuesday at 9. Yes, you do. I've had it before. And she's like,
Oh, were you there?
she's like, ma'am, I'm sorry, but we only do procedures. I think it was like, Wednesdays and Fridays, whatever it was. She goes, I can give you 9 a.m. on one of those days. No, Tuesday at 9. That's when I come. And she just kept going. And she was so nasty. And then she finally goes, don't make any appointment then. You know what? I'm just not going to do it then.
I hope your head falls off your shoulders, you old crone.
Who does she think she's hurting?
Herself.
Right?
Right?
But she thinks she's hurting
she goes,
the doctor.
She ends it off with a, let him call me if he wants me to come in.
He won't.
No, like, right? And you don't be mean to the pain people.
No,
You know?
you're nice
She
to the
was
pain
very,
people.
I just laughed.
You know,
She
I
walked
just
by and I was
realized-
snickering.
That's like
When
being
I
mean to
walked
the
out
liquor
of-
store guy.
But when I
Who are you
walked
hurting?
out of the eye doctor, they charged the insurance company for that. Because they kept me there for over an hour and a half, and I had to go home.
Did
To
you
do what?
tell anybody?
What'd you
What?
have to go home
Or did
for?
you just walk out?
No, I told them. I said, I can't stay any longer.
Why though? Why couldn't you stay?
Because I was having a house full of company at 6 o'clock.
Were you
And what
really?
time was this?
12:30.
You weren't.
Yes, I was. The night
What
he made
time
the cacciatore.
was the appointment?
No, it was an hour and a half. I'm
So
sitting
like
there,
9
and
a.m.
then she said they forgot me, and then she said, "Oh, we're going to bring you right in," and that was 10 minutes later.
What
and
time
I'm
was
still
that?
Sitting
She's
there.
not.
Well, I left. It was almost 5:30 when I left.
Okay,
Oh,
that's
and I had-
fair.
I
That's
had-
All
appropriate.
right, that's fair. I'll give you that.
Yeah,
one.
and I
I'll give
told
you
them.
that
I said
one.
I can't sit here any longer because she said, "Oh, you're going to have tests done." I said, "And how long is that going to take?" You know, I said I have to be.
And then
at
I
The
home."
won't
eye
be able
doctor
to
is a
see.
very long
It is.
process. They do
Yeah.
take forever.
And
They
I
really do.
thought I left myself enough time. I think I had a 3 o'clock appointment.
Yeah, you should have had enough time.
Oh,
You're
yeah,
right. You're
but
right.
They charged
You're
me.
right.
Thank you. Mark this date down in history. And by the way, I wanted to ask you, how does it feel now that your youngest child is out there driving
Oh,
all
yeah.
by herself?
Who's my youngest child?
Huh?
Who is that?
Well, your young child.
Who is it?
Grace.
Grace.
Oh, that's right, Grace. I haven't seen her in a while.
Oh,
That's her name.
because she's been driving.
Well,
Respire.
Yes, she was driving around before,
Mhm.
and I
She
said,
looks
"Where
really
are you
cute.
going?" And she goes, "I'm going to the docks." I was like, "With who?" She's like, "Myself." I go, "Oh no, that's how little girls get killed. We don't go to the docks by ourselves.
I
Come
go to
home."
the docks by myself.
I go, "What do you want to go by yourself for?" She says, "I've been waiting for this to have my car for the peace and quiet."
That's
I'm
nice.
sorry, is your home tumultuous? That you
I
Well,
need
your,
peace and
appreciate
your
quiet?
home is a little noisy.
I appreciate the quiet of the docks.
I do too.
I go to the docks.
I like the birds
I go to
flying
the
around.
docks.
Yeah.
Me and
sorry,
I
my
would go
brain
to the
goes somewhere
docks,
different.
and we watch the people in
Abduct
the
all
water
the children.
on a $63, huh? What'd you
She
say?
just we
Abduct
watch the
the
people
children.
abduct the children.
Let me tell you, we went down there, and there was a little girl in the water. This was down at the end of Islip. She could have been no more than 10 years old, literally. And we're trying to guess who her parents were, okay?
Oh, fun game.
And we eliminated that one and that one. That finally came to realize, and she was out there where the ropes are and all. She was out there. Her father was sitting in a car 2 cars away from us. If she needed help, he would have never made it there. She
Was there a lifeguard?
No lifeguard on duty. It was, first of all, it was like 63 degrees
Mm.
out, and then a whole bunch of I guess they were Indian people, because a lot of the women had the saris all
Mhm.
wrapped around them. They went in the water, so she wasn't alone,
With their clothes.
huh?
With their clothes on, yeah.
Well, yeah,
Like
they
the
were
women
all-
go
they
in with
were
the
all-
saris
well,
on.
the
Hot
men
flash.
too, and
Yeah.
it was like quite a show to watch. I'm like, what is going on? It's so cold out.
You-
Why are they in
There's
the
a
water?
lot that goes on.
But
at
that
the
Maybe
little
docks.
there was a
girl,
polar plunge and you didn't know about it.
she, you
Oh,
know,
that's
she swam and dove and dived and up and down, And
Maybe
then she
she's
comes
training
back.
for the Olympics.
No, she was not training for the Olympics. Not at the end
Paris
of ice.
Maybe she
2024.
was training for a long distance
No,
swim.
no, she wasn't. No,
Maybe
not
she's
yet.
maybe she's gonna swim to Cuba.
she
Who
might
knows?
swim the
She
English
might
Channel.
someday
She might.
achieve that because she was quite a good swimmer.
Well, there you go.
And
Well,
could
she
you-
has to be. Her dad sitting in
could
the
you
car.
Dad
imagine
is
me-
sitting
do
in
you
the car.
remember when we were in Florida? I took you and Sarah with me, and Sarah wanted to go in the ocean.
Grandma, she sent us to
Supervised.
Florida with you, and you watched us in the pool, and you can't swim.
Well,
So I'm
This
actually
is
in the
true.
same situation as little Doc Girl.
no, Richie could swim. And
Well,
we were
Doc,
only
I'm
in
here.
the friggin' pool.
It's
Sarah
a miracle
wanted,
I'm here right
Sarah
now.
wanted to go in the ocean and be thrown around by
The waves.
friends of ours, and I called her to say, "I'm not giving you permission to do that. I'm sorry." I was really, cautious.
Well,
And-
listen, I figured if they survived the drive there,
Oh, I drove. Yeah, that is
Again.
cruel.
Says the
oh,
one who was
cool.
missing a side mirror for a couple of weeks here.
Well, it was in the shop. You know what I just discovered? My mirrors turn in.
Oh,
Too
Can't
late.
drive
Novel
like that,
concept.
though.
I
Yeah.
know you can't, but had I had,
you'd be driving like, why can't I see behind me?
then
Is anybody else warm?
No.
no.
I was. Now I'm cool. I
Can I
was.
complain about my job on here?
I don't care.
I
Go ahead.
wouldn't.
Oh.
It's probably not a good idea.
Not
You're
till
4
about-
years
it's
from
4
a
more
pension.
years.
I would
4
wait.
more years.
Yeah.
June of would it be 2028?
I mean, whatever. Fine.
Hmm?
It's ridiculous. I'm stifled.
I'm
have a
sorry that you're
problem?
All the
stifled.
cars.
I'm sorry that you're stifled.
Stifled.
I
I'm
gotta
sorry.
Push my hair out.
What's happening at the
I-
other end of the table?
I
right
don't
now?
know. There's a lot of arms in my face and pushing
I'm not
hair.
doing anything. Now, Bobby's going to
So
think that
I'll
I did that.
clean it up.
All right.
Relax.
I don't like to leave and
I
have
know,
people think
I
ill
know.
of me because I
know.
get it. I get enough of it right to my face.
Yeah, didn't you just recently get yelled at in the
I
food
don't
store?
want to.
You did?
Again?
By who?
Deli,
Well, it's a
deli people
combination.
don't like
I
my
knew it
mother.
was the deli
It was
workers.
the
They're not nice.
combination of
She
the,
hasn't done anything wrong. They just inherently don't like her.
I think deli people are a little unkind.
That especially
Yeah.
this particular food store, which I won't
Yeah.
call out.
No,
on,
but there
but
you are. Oh,
Sounds
there's a-
like
and they
Hop
have
and
a,
Pop.
They have a. What is it?
sounds like hopping.
And smeeced my slip.
Oh, it rhymes with hop and pop. They'll never know. They'll never know. That's a lot. I can never go in there now.
Oh, I know.
They're
They're
like,
all
"I
watching
have
Yeah,
it
they're
now."
all watching right
They're
now.
all watching,
That's
and they're
right.
like, "That's
And they're
the
like,
bitch
And then
"We're
you're
here
never
the
going to let
other
me
day."
in again. Never.
Oh my! No, they're actually they are not nice
I'm
there.
gonna
No,
cut
I've
her
had
ham
multiple
thick.
problems with the staff.
Right, and they're
At the
disorganized.
Hop and Stop.
Hop and Pop.
The Hop and Pop.
They're disorganized.
Yes,
and
we once ordered
No,
a
but
bunch of chicken from them for a party, and they
Oh,
were like,
yeah,
"What are you
that's-
talking about?"
No,
Right.
I do
It's
think
very
you're right, though.
problematic.
I think they purposely have a lot of people back there, and they mull around in a circle.
they
They
look
do.
at you.
You know
Like,
what they do?
They know you're there, and they're
Yeah.
like, "I'm just gonna fucking ignore
Yes.
her for a few
No,
minutes."
they're doing all the kiosk orders. So while everybody else is walking around getting their shopping done,
Yep.
so I'm
sitting
sorry,
there.
you should be helping the people
You know
in
what I
front of
do?
you, and then do the kiosk
I take
when
listen,
you're done.
This is my hack. I take a number, and then I do my entire food shop, and then I
But
come
I
back.
didn't have an
most
entire
of the
food
time-
shop. I did not. I
Well,
was
what are you
in,
going in for?
I
Some
went
ham?
in there for some cold cuts because I felt like having a hero
Go to a
sandwich.
deli.
There you go.
No,
Go to the
on a
friggin' deli.
There's not on Sunday. There really wasn't a deli.
Like-
But anyway, I not
There's
only
no
got
good deli.
You go to
reprimanded
the
by
deli on
the
Sunday.
salami slicer,
Okay.
I also got reprimanded
Uh-oh.
by a woman in a wheelchair.
Oh yeah.
And-
Why? What'd you do?
I said, "Excuse me, is anybody helping me?" And I was told, "Well, you have to wait your turn." I said, "But you've got a bunch of people back there to help." "Well, we're helping other customers, too." And meanwhile, there was about 5 or 6 people in back of there. And I said, "Well, I don't know, you have a lot of people back there." "Well, we're helping other people. You'll just have to wait your turn." And then somebody waited on me. I was very nice, and he was okay. But then, when this woman who was sitting in a wheelchair, and I hope you're listening, she said to me, not to me, she said to the guy helping her, "Well, have a good day, and don't let the people get to you." I should have said to
I feel
her,
like
being
you are the
kind.
was
people.
that for me?
Kindness?
Yeah, I was.
No, she was referring to her. But
Hmm,
wait,
wait,
it gets
she made
better.
What did the wheelchair lady say to you?
Don't let the
Don't
She
let
people
the
said
get
to me,
people
she
get
said
to
it
you.
to the guy who was helping her.
Oh, that was
and
about
don't let
you.
the people
Yeah.
get to you. So then I see her out in the parking lot,
Oh, I fear for
standing, walking, and
A fraud.
I should have said to her, "What do you sit in a wheelchair just for sympathy?" Right?
I think you should have fought
You
her.
seem
I
venomous,
should have. I
Mother.
really
You
should
really
have.
should
I
have.
should have pulled up to her and said to her, "Excuse me, but was that remark for me?" And then I
And
was
she
gonna
would have
say to
said,
her,
yes.
And then
Are
I
you
would
talking to
have
me?
said, "Well, listen, I've spent years being overlooked because I'm short."
And she'd
maybe
go, I
maybe-
don't care. Go away, lady.
Were you about to say
I
that you
should
were?
have said maybe I should sit in a wheelchair and get service, right?
Maybe you should.
Good
Give
one.
it a wheelchair flat.
I
You should have said, "You
folded
want a
up.
piece of me? You got it."
Oh my God!
But that's
there's
what
so much drama
that's
at
what
the
happens
deli
to me
counter.
every day of my life.
I'll
So
tell you
I
what.
said, go to ShopRite. You
I
won't
do.
have that
You know I
issue
go to
there.
They
Shop,
could really
right?
put me in a twisty though, at a deli counter if you cut me fat ham.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'll knife you.
All right. If I wanted a slab of ham,
Don't cut me fat ham. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants
Nobody
fat
wants
ham.
it.
That's just laziness.
No, and I always
Some
say
people
very,
do.
very
No,
thin.
If they
and
want,
I
if
do
you want
too.
fat ham, you're a serial killer.
But the fellow, when
And
he
you need
did
to be
wait
put
on me,
away.
was very nice. He goes, like this, and I went, "Oh no, that's a little too. That's
course, you made a
shredded.
correction
Just a
after
little
all.
of
bit
course, he
more."
needed a correction.
Well, he
Oh,
did.
but
It
I-
had holes in it.
You know what I started saying is, I would like my ham very thin, and please let me see it before you continue cutting.
most
And so
of them,
they
if
do
they're
one,
good, they do
and they
that.
hold it up, and I'm like, that's good.
I go, I can't see from there. Can I have it? Yeah, that's good.
I don't make any
Well-
requests because they're already a scary people. So I just
Well,
get
then
what I
you're
get.
foolish.
I remember waiting there
But-
once
No one's
for
fighting with me at the grocery store.
a very long time because I didn't go and do my shopping. I was waiting because my number was not that far
I
from.
know. I've had that happen.
And I'm waiting and I'm waiting and I'm waiting and I'm being very patient. And I don't know why, because usually I start to get the foot tap and the huff and the puff and I start looking around. Is anybody else feeling this way? But I was just standing there and they call my number after what had to be 20 minutes and I yell, bingo! Like,
They didn't like that.
they did not like
Bingo,
me.
Really?
bango.
The people online thought it was funny.
Oh.
The guys
deli
behind the
guys have
counter
no sense of
did
humor.
not think that was
Well,
funny.
They are all business.
Well, I
behind the
just
deli
have
counter.
to say it was
Well, they
all
should work a
worth
little
it
faster.
because my sandwich was delicious. I made it myself.
Had a
it
little
was-
something extra on it.
It did.
It was
Absolutely.
good. I put it on Italian, one of those little Italian heroes.
What was it,
The
ham?
salami.
Ham
Did I
and
tell
a
the
little bit of
story about my
salami
experience at
and
the seafood
cheese.
counter?
What?
Did I tell my story about the experience at the seafood counter
What
on here ever?
happened?
I don't think so.
When I was buying salmon?
No.
Salmon.
I was buying salmon. First of all, at this same
Not like
at this
egg.
same
I
hop
mean
and pop.
lamb.
Salmon.
Listen, this was at this was at the same hop and pop. This guy was very pleasant, but I finally found him. There was no staff milling around. I said, I need some salmon. Can someone help?
Yeah, I need
They
some
finally,
salmon.
the guy's like, I'll be right over. I'm like, all right. And he knows I'm back there. I'm waiting another 10 minutes. He finally comes over. I was like, I just need some salmon. And there's like 2 long pieces of salmon. And he's like, all right, how much do you need? I said, some salmon. I have no idea. And,
Some
and he's
salmon.
like, all right, well, here, we'll do this. He goes, let me know when. And he grabs his knife, and if this is the piece of salmon, he's moving the knife. He goes, tell me when to stop. And then he goes, gets to the end. I said, I don't know how to do this. And he's like, all right, let me do it again. And he does it again, and
That's like
I
Price
felt
is
like I was
Right.
playing a game. I was like, stop. And he cut it. And then he packages it up. He goes, well, how many people is this for? I was like, I don't know, 2 people. He goes, you need more salmon than that. I was like,
What?
all right. And so he goes, he does it again with the knife. And I was like, all right, that's good. And he cuts it off. And then he only has like a little piece left. He packages the whole thing up. And he goes, I have to throw this little piece out. Do you want the piece? I was like, all right. I took the whole salmon, the whole piece, after all of that knife play. So
That was like a game on Price is Right,
was.
you know?
I felt like
the
I was
guy
on a game
climbing
show.
up the
That's
hill.
terrible.
Oh, that's
I
the
had to
little
guess
guy.
how many.
That, you know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of a sick day. What did you watch on a sick day? You watched The
Well,
Price is
right.
Right.
That's what
And
you
the
watch.
You watch it.
You and he'd go
No,
up.
to Amy, tell the story when Rob had a procedure. I won't say what the procedure was,
Well,
but
you have to tell what the procedure is because that's what makes it funny.
You have
The
a minute and a half to
vasectomy.
say it.
well,
Come
you
on.
tell it. I'm not
Quickly, you have a
telling
minute
you.
This is a
44.
So
Just
he
get to the
had-
funny
He
part.
had the old snipperoo, and For everybody, it went great. Not for Rob. He felt the whole second bowl. He felt it. And he was less than happy about it. And it took a little longer, and he could smell things burning. And so I was sitting in the waiting room unaware of any of this. And I was watching The Price is Right, and it was the Showcase Showdown. Next thing I know, the door flies open, and he's standing there like Yosemite Sam with his legs apart because he can't put them together. And he goes, "Get the fuck out of here!" And I looked at him and I went, "Can I just see the Showcase Showdown?" And I think he wanted to kill me.
Did you get to see it?
I did not get to see it. I have no idea who won, and I'm pretty
you know
sure
what?
that I was within $300.
He would have done that to you, though. That's the thing.
He would have.
He would have totally
But,
been like, let me just see the end of this.
the door open like I know what went on in the other room. I had no idea. For all I know,
Yeah.
everything went swimmingly. It did not.
Well, I think my
Yosemite
salmon guy was on
Sam.
that.
And then, well, I probably shouldn't tell the other story.
Yosemite
About
Sam.
that it was like wrapped up like a cartoon character and has a tooth pulled.
That's it.
Like a colonial soldier.
Are there any FCC rules?
Just came back from war.
No, anything goes.
Oh, okay.
Oh, man.
Anything goes on this
Well,
show.
it does. Any guy who's had the
Oh my god.
nose that
Oh,
they
we got to say goodbye.
vigorously
Oh,
wrap it up.
done.
All right,
9
we have
minutes.
8 seconds.
Everybody
Oh.
tune next. Make sure you watch
No
next
plugs.
week.
No one's doing
No,
anything.
we're not got anything coming up. We're
All
busy,
right,
but
have a
I have a
great
show
week.
Thursday.
next week,
Tomorrow.
Wednesday at Marconi's, Bayshore, Howells Road, and 5th Avenue. Be there 7 o'clock.
Bye.
We're gonna have the